Bridget Delicato, and welcome to Mindful Gardening. Today I'm going to be showing you how I know it's time to pull my garlic and how to harvest it. Last October, I planted about 50 cloves from 10 to 12 bulbs from two hardneck varieties. I grew Music, which is a popular variety for home growers and for everyday use in the kitchen. And I've also grown Georgian Fire, which is a hotter, spicier variety, especially when you're eating it raw. So it's now the end of July, which means these have been in this spot for 9 months. And they're growing beautifully. I have already snipped their scapes a month ago, so at the end of June. And the scape would have been here. And it comes up and it curls around. If that had been left on the plant, it would have flowered and gone to seed, which we call bulbils. And I snipped that because when I do that, all of that energy gets transferred right down the stalk into the bulb underground. Now, a little tip is these scapes, when snipped, are edible. So they are delicious as a mild pesto. They can be lightly barbecued, and you can also pickle them. What I'm looking for before I harvest is dry leaves at the bottom of the plant. Here you can see at least two. I think there's probably another one here that's already, sort of broken down. And you can imagine this is also covering that bulb down below. And that's what you want to see, this drying paper that will be around your bulb. Now this whole green stalk, you can see it's kind of browning at the top too, which is fine. But this green stalk will be kept intact on the bulb through the whole drying and curing process because it will still be transferring energy into the bulb below. So you don't want to snip this off as soon as you've harvested. You want to keep that on there. Now there are a couple of ways that you can harvest garlic. I'm going to be pulling my hardneck garlic. Hardneck varieties are strong enough to handle that. And the reason I'm going to be doing that is I've mulched my garlic with straw. So for 9 months it's been covered nicely with this straw, which has helped to keep the soil fairly loose and moist. So I know that there's not compaction there. Another way that you can harvest your garlic is using a hand spade, very carefully, at least a couple inches away from each bulb. If you do accidentally pierce the bulb, you'll be eating that garlic bulb that week. You don't want to try storing that, it will just rot on you. So here we go, we're going to start harvesting garlic. Just going to gently shake that soil off. Look at that gorgeous bulb. It's the day after harvest and I'm ready to dry and cure my garlic. This process is necessary because the paper covering around each bulb and each individual clove needs to dry in order for it to be stored for a longer period. This isn't to say you can't eat these right away, but it is nice to grow a lot of garlic so that you can store them for up to 8 months. So these were laid out overnight loosely to allow the dirt to naturally dry on the outside. At this time, you don't want to handle the bulb too much because that paper covering is delicate. I also do not add water to wash it off because I don't want to introduce moisture to it and risk mold. So what I'm going to do is just gently rub the dirt off as much as I can. Now you don't have to take all the dirt off, you just want to get all the loose stuff off. You might have some bits that kind of stick, and that's okay. And you're also leaving these hairy roots as well. Now I'm ready to tie these up in bundles. And as I mentioned when I was harvesting, I'm keeping the entire stalk intact on the bulb because this will continue to provide energy into that bulb. I like to use a coarse string because it holds really nicely, and I usually bundle 6 to 8 bulbs together so that they're not too crowded and it allows airflow. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay. So I'm staggering these as well to allow good airflow between each bulb. Now I'm going to take my string and give it a generous amount. And a little snip. And I'm going to tie them where the stalks are. Next, you'll want to hang these in a well-ventilated area out of direct sunlight because you want it to dry slowly and evenly. I have a covered porch, which works really well. If you have a shed or garage, you can use that as well, but just make sure it doesn't get too hot inside and that it's well ventilated. Next time, I'll be showing you how to prepare your garlic for longer storage, which includes further cleaning and trimming. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. This process, oh my gosh, I just, and that thing, yeah. Cut.
Squirrel. Right on the set, squirrel.
It's not gonna stop.
Go away, squirrel.
It's not gonna stop. We'll just keep going, okay? Next time, I'll be showing you how to prepare your garlic for longer term storage, which includes further cleaning it, trimming it, and getting it ready for your kitchen. No.